EA for providing me with the game code for the Life and Death expansion pack. Welcome back to another episode for our Live in the Moment series. We are here with our family, and as you can see, we are just picking up where we left off. We are continuing on, and we have our little guy who has just recently aged up into a toddler. We are going to be continuing on with Kai and his family, and as we know, Kai did recently get a promotion, so he will be continuing on, or starting, I guess I should say, a new job in this episode where he is going to be going in as a Grim Reaper. So we will, in this episode, be seeing him start his new job as a Grim Reaper. He got promoted from his undertaker position, and so he will be starting that in this episode, so we'll be seeing that go on. But currently right now, he's just playing with his little one, and he is just loving on Darian a little bit, which we absolutely love. We also are going to be trying to get our elders to set up their will, so I do want to look into hopefully figuring out how to set their will up. It said I could do that on the computer. I did look on the computer, but there wasn't really an option for that I could find. So once I get them out of bed, we will have them look on their phones and see if there's an option. It looks like they can phone an attorney for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to get Reese up here, and we're going to have him call and hire a service and get an attorney called and see if we can get an attorney to come and, I don't know, maybe they come to the house. I don't really know how that works, but we're going to call and see about that. And maybe they come to the house. We'll have to see how that goes. But hopefully they will be able to set their wills up, because I do know that we are getting really close to the time frame for these guys, Reese and his wife Amelia, to be getting seriously close to passing away. They are elders, as we know, and their lifespan is really getting short. So I know they'll be passing away soon, so we do want to get their affairs in order. I would like to go ahead and get that will set up so that obviously that's in place before they pass away. So I really would like to get that figured out. So I'm hoping that these functions with this new pack are working properly so that we'll be able to get that set up. So Amelia also is calling and setting up a meeting with the attorney so that we can get that worked out. It looks like they have both called, and hopefully that will be set up and someone will come to the house and they can discuss the will options. I don't really know how that works, but let's, fingers crossed, hope that they come to the house and get that set up for them. We're going to go ahead and we're going to just get everyone to kind of take care of their needs here. And it looks like Kai is feeling really angry. As we know, he's a hostile sim, so, you know, he tends to lean towards the angry side. I'm going to have him come in here and just do a little bit of cleaning up, and then maybe he can do a little bit of parenting and go in there and talk to Darian about how it is not sanitary to play in the toilet. And maybe he can get on to him and just calmly tell him, like, we don't play in the toilet. This is not okay. Let's not do that. And hopefully, you know, we can teach him not to do that. And hopefully he'll learn to stay out of the toilet. I mean, odds are that Darian is still going to play in the toilet, but we'll do what we can. So I do think that both of the parents do have to go into work today. So as we know, Darian will be at home with his grandparents, and he'll be spending time with them. It is the TV season premiere today. I think that we probably are going to need to get someone to come and hook our TV up, because I don't think we have our television set up properly. So I may get Amelia to go ahead and get that set up. We'll just call and get a TV technician to come to the house, and maybe we can get our television set up so that they'll be able to participate in the TV season premiere, because I don't think that is currently set up right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and send Reese out so that he can go and check the mail. So, yeah, we love that. And it does look like Amelia is just helping herself to some of those drinks that Kai had made. They like to, now that they're retired, partake in some drinks and just relax and just, you know, take things easy, which we absolutely love. They are just really laid back, and I love that for them. So, as you can see, Kira is just getting some painting in, and we love that for her. I love that she is taking up her hobby here, and she's just improving on her painting skill. And she is, like I said, I do think she has to go into work a little bit later, so she's just working on some of her painting before she has to go into her shift. I don't really see that she's making any progress on this, so it may be glitched out, but hopefully we will be able to make some progress on that, and if not, I may have to just reset it, and she may have to just start a new one over. I don't know. But either way, right now we have Kai downstairs. He's just dealing with a little bit of skill building with Darian. I think they are just kind of working on a little bit of him, teaching him some things, which is fantastic. I absolutely love that. And it has improved Kai's mood. It's made him feel really confident. I think that when he interacts with his son, it makes him feel like he is a good father, and it puts him in a little bit better mood. And I love that Kai is able to have his mood turned around when he interacts with his family, because as we know, he does tend to get hostile. He does tend to get in angry moods. But when he's around his family, he's around the people that he holds the most dearest to him, they are able to bring him out of that funk. So I do think that that's really great, that he has those opportunities to kind of get pulled out of those really bad moods. So I think that is fantastic, that the family dynamic that he has with his wife and with his son, maybe not his in-laws so much, but definitely with his wife and his son, does improve his mood significantly, which is fantastic. So I am just going to let him continue on with Darian, and then once he's done with that, we will have him get himself ready for his shift. And it does look like Kira is going to be heading into work soon as well. And so everyone will be getting themselves ready for work. Once the grandparents are taking care of Darian, they'll also hopefully be able to see the attorney that's, I'm fingers crossed hoping is going to show up. And we're also going to get them to get that technician to come and set up the internet and the television. And then maybe they'll be able to spend some time together doing that TV season premiere, and they'll be able to meet that goal as well. So that'll be fantastic. So they're just going to work on some basic needs here, which is fantastic. You can see that, Darian is feeling really, really attentive to his dad. He is loving the time that he's spending with him, and he's feeling really happy. So I absolutely love that. And Amelia is just down here kind of cleaning up a little bit and making sure that the house is tidy. And she's decided that she's going to go ahead and go in here and work on the computer a little bit. And she is hoping that she can find out some information about the attorney, because she feels like he is a little bit delayed. She knows that, they're busy and things kind of come up, but she's like, I called and he hasn't shown, and I don't understand why it's taken them so long to get here. Obviously, he should be here by now. So she's going to give him another call, and she's just going to say, is there a reason why it's taking you so long to get here? I did make an appointment with you. You are still coming, right? And she's like, I'm not trying to be a hassle or anything, but this is kind of time sensitive. I'm not getting any younger. And the attorney's like, no, I understand. I know that you want to get this set up, and I understand the importance. I really am, going to come and get this set up for you. And she's like, okay, I really hope so, because, getting our will set up is really, something that is, desperately needed to do. So she is hoping that they are going to be able to get that taken care of. We have also set up that technician, so they are scheduled to come, and hopefully we will be able to get the technician to come and get the television set up. So all of our appointments have been set for the day, and we are just going to go ahead and we're going to see Kira off to work, and soon we will also be seeing Kai head off to work as well. Oh no, he's in a tense mood again. He's feeling pretty angry. I was, hoping that he wouldn't be that way, but it seems like he's going to end up showing up to work in an angry mood, which is definitely not ideal for a first day on the job. Showing up angry is really not the first impression you want to give, but I guess considering he's going to be a Grim Reaper and he's going to be dealing with reaping people's bodies, I guess it doesn't really matter so much if he's in a bad mood, but I was really hoping that he was going to be feeling like he was in a confident mood. It does look like our television technician has showed up, so I am just going to go ahead and get Amelia to come on down here and invite her in so that she can go ahead and get working to set up our television so that we can get that scheduled to get connected so that we will be able to watch our television series later. And once that's all set up, we'll be able to, as a family, once everyone is home from work later on, watch the TV season premiere together, which is going to be really nice for us to meet that holiday goal together. So she's going to come on in and get that all set up. And then we are going to shortly join Kai probably at his first day of the job as a Grim Reaper and see how that goes. I'm hoping that his first day on the shift goes really well, and we're going to find out all the new things to do with the Grim Reaper career, and I'm really excited to see what it is that he is going to get into with that new career and what is in store for him with that. Amelia's like, I'm just gonna come up here and play some games. All right. He's like, all right, son, I have to get myself ready for work. You are going to be with your nan and granddad today, so just be really good for them, and they're going to take good care of you. He's like, okay, Dad. And we're going to go ahead and join him at work. So we have welcomed ourselves to the Grim Branch. We're going to learn the ropes of reaping and attend the training session. All right, so we need to do the scribe bowl and do a research assignment, practice reaping, and perform sky maintenance. All right, great. So let's go on in here. We are going to take him in, and we're going to go to the bowl, and we are going to perform a scrying with the bowl. So we'll go ahead and we'll take Kai in, and we'll take him up here to the bowl that we need to go to, and we'll have him scry and see what we can find out as far as an assignment or anything like that. So we'll see what needs to be done. So he's scrying for an assignment currently. All right. And now he needs to travel, and he needs to, I think he can do a maintenance on his scythe, and he needs to travel, and he needs to do some research. So I'm just going to see if he can possibly do some research on one of these computers, and we'll see if that is something that's available. It doesn't look like it is. I wonder how he's supposed to research if the computers don't allow him to research. All right, so let's go ahead and get him to do a little bit of maintenance on his scythe here, and then he can make sure that's well maintained for reaping. He still needs to do some research, but for whatever reason, it's not allowing me to do any of that. It looks like there's a dead body laying there on the ground. I don't understand what that's all about, but okay. We love that. So we're here at our headquarters, but I do think that he has to go and he has to travel, so maybe we'll go and we'll figure out where we need to travel to, because the computers aren't letting us do any research. But the bowl says we can travel, so we're going to travel. We have come here to Reaper training. All right, so we need to investigate the cause of death and determine the cause of death. All right, so let's go ahead and do some investigating here at our Reaper training. It says we need to determine the cause of death. I actually don't see a body, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I'm wondering if there is a glitch in this. Why is that not surprising? I don't know, but that's fine. All right, so we are just going to go ahead and we're going to chat with the Grim here. He is technically our, superior Grim. He's here for us to get advice from, and he's here to help us learn the ropes, basically. So he's kind of like our supervisor. And so we're going to obviously chat with him a little bit, and we're going to have him show us his tablet and kind of get some advice from him about maybe where we could look and what we should do to find this dead person, and how we're supposed to investigate this, what we're supposed to do, because we clearly don't know what we're doing, and this is our first day on the job, and this is all new to us. And Kai's like, honestly, I was like an undertaker before this. I was the person in the graveyard, taking care of the headstones. I don't really know anything about how to be a Grim Reaper. This is really, really new to me. So we're just going to kind of get a little bit of advice from him on kind of how to approach this and what we're supposed to be doing. And so he's gonna just ask him, like, can you show me your tablet? Can you show me what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I'm feeling like I'm really new to this, and like I'm just green. And so the Grimm's just showing him, like, this is what you need to be doing. This shows you everything that's going on. And he's like, oh, but I don't really have like a tablet yet. And he's like, no, I guess you probably don't, because you haven't really graduated training yet. You need to, investigate and determine the cause of death. And he's like, well, I don't really know how to do that. So it has an option here for him to look around for the body, but he's having some trouble doing that, and he's like, I don't see anything. I really don't know what I'm looking for. And he's like, you just have to look around. So we're trying to look around for this person that has passed on, so that we can go and determine the cause. And unfortunately, he's not getting anywhere fast. And he's like, I don't know. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to perform some more maintenance on his scythe. And he's like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and get it ready for whenever I do need to use it. And the Grimm's like, I'm pretty sure that it's ready. Like, it looks like it's in pretty tip-top shape. He's like, okay, well, I think so too, but the Grimm's like, you just need to go ahead and find the body, and we need to get busy. We need to get going. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to try looking around here and see if Kai can find this body. We have a really bad relationship with the Grimm. Like, our friendship is in the red. Clearly, we're not getting on with him. He's like, you clearly don't know what you're doing. And he's like, I clearly don't. And he's like, it's really frustrating that I've been put with someone that's so incompetent. And he's like, I'm not trying to be incompetent. I just don't know how to start. Every time I click to look around, it keeps telling me I can't locate the body, and it threw a last exception error. I'm thinking that this has a glitch. I'm pretty certain that this pack is having a glitch. It is not allowing me to look for the body. So, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to end his work shift, because I literally cannot get past this section. I have clicked look for body 10 times, and it's doing nothing. And it did throw an error. So I'm going to go ahead and we are going to end his work shift, and we're going to go ahead and send Kai home. He has had an uneventful day. He really feels discouraged. He really feels like he has not done well today, and he is like, well, maybe tomorrow will be better. So we've sent Kai home. He only made 16 simoleons today, which is a shame. It really is. And he's like, I obviously did better as an undertaker. He's feeling really upset. He's really angry. He feels like he has, done a really bad job at work today. He's feeling just overall like a failure, and he's just not in a good place. Obviously, us leaving and going to work has had an impact on the technician getting our TV set up, so I'm going to go ahead and get Reese to get the technician back out here so that we can get our television set up so that we can do the TV season premiere together. The attorney also never showed up, so we have not been able to set our will up, but we have been advised that it is getting close to the time for Reese to pass on, and that we need to get his affairs in order. So we are getting really close to the time frame for Reese to be passing away. So I definitely want to get his will set up. And, I think that once Kira gets back home, she's obviously going to ask Kai how his first day went, because she was really excited that he was starting this new job. She was really happy for him that he had gotten this promotion from Undertaker to Grim Reaper, and that, he was moving on up in this world. And, he moved to this new area, and he suddenly got this new position as Undertaker, and then quickly got a promotion to Grim Reaper, and she was so proud of him. But now he's taken his first day at the job, and it really didn't go all that smoothly. And I think that he's really, really discouraged. I think he's probably going to tell her, how poorly his day went, and I think he's going to be really upset about it. I think he's going to tell her you know, I don't know why I took this job. I don't know why I didn't just stick with the undertaker job. And I think he's really going to be pretty upset about it. And I think she's going to have to tell him, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. You've got to give yourself time to learn the ropes. As you can see, he's feeling really, really angry. Obviously, he is, you know, pretty hostile, and he tends to get angry, but I think it's a little bit more than that. I think he's discouraged and frustrated with himself, and he is not sure how he's supposed to do better at his position, and he feels like he's let himself down. And I think that, you know, he's going to be telling his family, like, maybe I shouldn't have taken this job. I should have just stayed with what I know. And I think they're all going to be telling him, you know, well, technically you didn't know how to be an undertaker either. Like, you were a mixologist. The undertaker job was a new job, and you did okay with it. So, you know, everybody has to start at the bottom and learn new things and work their way up. So really don't be so hard on yourself. But I think Kai is hard on himself. He expects perfection because he is a perfectionist, and I think that he just really is not doing well with the fact that he didn't just smash it, you know? So he's really struggling. So he's gonna go and he's gonna talk to Reese, and I think he's gonna try to get some advice. And Reese is like, it really makes me nervous that you have this job, I'm not gonna lie. And he's like, why? And he's like, I don't know, because I think maybe it has something to do with the fact that I know that I'm, you know, getting so close to dying, and you're, you know, working as a Grim Reaper. And he's like, oh, I guess that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell these cross-stitching things that Amelia has in her inventory, and she is going to become neat. Okay, great. She's gonna go and clean up a little bit, and these two are just discussing his day. I think that Kai is just trying to talk to Reese about it. He doesn't have his wife to kind of ping off right now because she's at work, and so I think he's just talking to Reese a little bit about his day and how he's discouraged, and Reese is trying to give him a little bit of father-in-law advice and just telling him, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. Everyone has to start at the bottom and work their way up. And I think he's just, you know, trying to tell him, like, you're gonna get better with time. And currently right now, Kai's feeling pretty confident after talking to Reese. So I think that really did help him. And I love that, you know, Reese is able to talk to Kai and he's able to help him out. I think it really means a lot to Kai that Reese is willing to be supportive of him, and he's willing to really be there for him and be a sounding board when Kira's not around. So I think that's great. And now Amelia is like, you know, I overheard your conversation with Reese, and he's so right. You really do need to not be hard on yourself. And he's like, I need a drink. This is all too much. Obviously, little Darian is in bed asleep right now. He's just having himself a little bit of a nap. Family is just bonding together. Oh, he's feeling a little bit skeptical. Okay. So he's got the skeptical trait right now. I'm not sure why he feels skeptical, but he is feeling skeptical. So that is interesting. He was talking to Amelia and suddenly started to feel skeptical, and he took on the trait of feeling skeptical, which is kind of interesting, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. I think Amelia is really frustrated with the attorney that they called, and she's frustrated with the fact that the attorney never showed up. She's like, we called the TV technician, and that person was really dependable. We called an attorney twice and didn't even show up. Like, honestly, what is this world coming to when you can depend on the TV technician but you can't depend on an attorney? Honestly, just honestly. So as you can see, Kira is home. She's going to have herself a little bit of a bite to eat, and then she's going to try to have a little bit of a conversation with her husband. She wants to find out how his day went because it's really important to her that she lets him know that she's really supportive of his work and she's supportive of his dreams, but she also just wants to make sure that he is in a good headspace after his new day on the job. And so he's telling her all about it, and he's feeling really discouraged, and he's like, today went really bad. And she's like, I think after she uses the bathroom, she's just going to tell him, I think that you're overreacting. I think that everyone needs to just take a step back and realize that you can't be perfect at everything. And you, when you're learning new things It takes time, and you're going to get better with time at this. And you have to give yourself the grace to learn new things. So she is going to just, tell him, just keep your head up, keep trying, and things are going to get better. So they're just having this conversation. She's trying to make him feel better. She's trying to encourage him to not give up on his current position here. And she's like, it'll get better. Tomorrow will be a better day. But guys, I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of Live in the Moment, where hopefully we will actually be able to set up their will, and we will be able to continue through with another day as him being the Grim Reaper, and it will hopefully work a little bit better than today's episode did. But until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.